Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm here with a design team project for My Creative Time. So let's go ahead and dive in. Per usual, every single thing will be below in the description box. Discount code Anna. Thank you all so much for using my discount code. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you. So the paper collection I use, and you see it's just the cover because I only have little pieces left, is Gorgeous Gardens. Love this collection. I used the Valentine release that's Hugs and Kisses Stamps and Dies. I colored in this little cutie patootie and I used my Prismacolor pencils. So I just used the stamp and the die for that. I used the mini bow dies and I used the tiniest one right here. I used the daisies. I used the 2 mediums and the 2 small. And this is the 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, and all I used was the oval. When I create stuff, I like to take out all the dies, even if they're card dies, and see how I can use them for other things. Because look at all these dies. You don't have to use them for just cards. And then ginger doily dies, and I used this heart. And then this is the die that I used, Pretty Scallop Heart dies. That's the star of the show, which is this large scallop and then this layering one right before it, and that's it that I used for those. So what I did is I wanted to create just something to hang, and I just used like a jute. So isn't she cute? I love her. I just used like a little enamel pink sticker in the middle. And what I did is I cut this scallop piece out 2 times so that I could do the front and the back exactly the same. And I have these layers of this collection. So I just randomly put like a little flower here, in here, and I did the same on this side. So these hearts, all I did when I folded them right down the middle is I added Nouveau liquid glue right down the middle, and that's it. And that's how I layered them all. So that's why you're gonna see none of these pieces are adhered to each other, because I wanted it to be, you know, dimensional. This doily right here, what I did is I cut it in half, and then I just stuck it on both sides because I wanted it to lay easy instead of adding another part that was gonna fold right here. So, and I got a jute, this jute twine, super duper thin. I've had this in my stash for probably 15 years. And what I did is I grabbed a long piece before I sandwiched them together, the back side, and I grabbed one long piece and I wrapped it all the way from the front to the back so that 2 pieces were hanging. And then when I did the second scallop one to do the back, I did the same thing on that side. So there's 4 hanging, and they're all hidden in between and then right underneath here. Okay, so, and then this is lifted with these little pom-poms. And that's kind of like been the new thing I've been doing with, instead, because I know some girls will use like chipboard and they'll layer up the chipboard. So I figured, you know what, I like using the pom-poms because it's like sometimes the perfect height, and it's 5 pom-poms that are all laid next to each other. And I used hot glue to do it because that was fine. But at least if you see the sides, you see just the pom-pom, not glue, not chipboard or anything like that. And then this right here, I have on 3mm foam as well, just to give it some sturdiness instead of just putting paper on top of the foam. And then this right here is lifted on little square foams, and that's how I have that on top. Okay, so the back is exactly the same, so that as it's hanging from like wherever it is, that no matter which side it turns on will be the same. and I thought that would be fun and pretty. Then I used the daisies, the medium, because you know the daisy set comes with 3 sizes and this is the medium. And then I used 3 different enamel, little enamel dots in the middle, different colors, and they're exactly the same on both sides. And I literally just did 2 layers and then just, you know, lifted it up. And then I used Nuvo glue to put it on the twine, and then I sandwiched it and added another flower so that it's just sandwiched within the twine. And I did that with both. So no matter how it turns, it's on the both sides, because it's when it's hanging somewhere, it's gonna be turning around, right? And then down here, I had these super cute, I think I got these from Hobby Lobby. They're like little flower type, they look like little erasers, but I believe I got these from Hobby Lobby. And I just tied little knots and randomly hung them. I didn't do anything super like spectacular, and so that they just hang at different levels. I thought that would be fun to do. And then at the top here, I just grabbed it, I tied a knot, and then I have this open so that if, let's say I have in my ceiling in my craft room, I have like one of those J hooks, I could just hang this from that, and then everything would just hang like that. So I thought that would be fun to try something new and different. And even though that this is spring paper, this is Valentine's, you know, it doesn't matter. You can make whatever you want. That does not necessarily mean it has to be the theme that it was intended for. So this is what I made. I hope that if you guys have this, that you're inspired and you give it a whirl. It was a lot of fun to make, guys. And if not, I have everything linked below so that you can get your hands on all of these goodies. And don't be, you know, I know a lot of people stress over coloring. I am when I tell you I am not like this professional person that colors. I'm 53, guys, and all my life I've loved to color. So for me, it's very therapeutic, and my favorite is using colored pencils. That's like my favorite one. I feel like I have more control. But I've been diving into Tombow markers, which are the watercolor markers, because those you can be imperfect. You can go outside the line and it still looks so pretty. So I just love the different options in coloring. And so just know you don't have to be perfect and amazing, you know, like what people may think. It's just a matter of what you think and what makes you happy and brings you joy. So that's it, guys. This is all I got for you. I hope that you have an amazing and super very blessed weekend. And I hope that it's cooler for you guys this weekend, wherever you're at. It's going to be like 81, and I'm in Colorado. I'm like, come on, it's fall. It should be much cooler by now. But anyways, that is it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.